Hello everyone! Welcome back to another video. Today I will be farming in Royale High to see if we can make enough to begin trading in Trading Hub. As you can see, I have no diamonds and no items. This is so that beginner traders and people with no multipliers can farm enough to start their trading journey on Royale High. I will probably make another video once farming has been fixed, but this is just for the time being. So without further ado, let me show you my farming routine. I will be farming for an hour to see how much we can farm. I always begin by wishing at the fountain and checking my mermaid shop to see if I was lucky enough to get any rare items. Whenever I wish at the fountain, I always check on top of the castle and around the fountain for any diamonds laying around. Then I go and do my needs, such as showering and sleeping, because those are our life source of EXP at the moment. I also check for any quests I can do at the same time, like brushing your teeth or hair, but I wouldn't recommend using a hairdryer in the shower. After showering, I go and get some snacks and eat them. Although it only gives you a little bit of EXP, it all adds up in the end. Now we go and sleep. My bed decided not to appear, so I went to a rich dorm, and they were so kind to have a bed for the homeless. Every time Tidy Textbooks is available, I always play. I try to aim for above 40 to get quite a bit of EXP. This is probably my favorite way to gain EXP, even though it's every half an hour. If you want diamonds and already have most of the items from the wheel, spinning the wheel is a great way to get them, and you are almost guaranteed to get at least 300 diamonds or more whenever you spin. I also go around and collect any stray diamonds. After that, I usually go and play art class for 30 minutes. Honestly, I get kind of bored after a while, but it's great for when you feel like watching a video or multitasking at the same time. Just make sure to actually guess and not to just sit AFK. After half an hour of art class, I go to the rainy day classroom for another 30 minutes. I always get so annoyed playing this because sometimes my character delays or lags, but it is genuinely a great way to get a lot of EXP. But just some tips. Always have a seat to go to and always have a backup in case that one gets taken. Use shift lock if you can, because I feel like it is easier to control your character, and always be prepared to jump or sneak into small spaces to get to a chair. After I completely rage quit at musical chairs, I go to Campus 4 to do some classes. Basketball is honestly my second favorite class in Campus 4. I usually get 18 to 20 baskets. But I hate how sometimes the ball just randomly disappears or someone takes it from you. One of my biggest tips is to zoom in and stand close to the hoop. Then shoot the hoop when the ball meter down the bottom gets to about 0.2. At lunch, you can eat the food slowly if you like, but I prefer to click on one and then eat and then click on another and eat it quickly. That way I can collect diamonds or books afterwards for EXP. When collecting diamonds, because you can only collect 10, I have a trick. Once you collect 9 diamonds, try and find 2 diamonds that are very close to each other. Then sprint through and collect both. That way you can collect 11 diamonds and sometimes even 12. I managed to join a server that was close to the start of their school day. Student Store Rush is another class that I really enjoy. My way of doing this class is by starting near the food because nearly every time a food item is always on my list. Then I go and get the other items on my list. Even though you don't get a lot of EXP. Doing the small side quests in between classes is a great way to gain even just a little bit of EXP. Doing Potionology class is so stressful for me for no reason. As well as doing the mini side quests, make sure to see if you have any quests in your diary that you can complete in between classes. Computer class is my favorite class. I always manage to get 40 words or above. A tip for this class is to always check the next word that is coming up. That way you already know what keys to press and are prepared for the next word. For Fairy Flight class, make sure you have wings on and stretch before flying so you get even a small amount of EXP. The route I take is basically the same as other YouTubers, and it will usually get you about 60 to 70 rings. This is your reminder to do tidy textbooks whenever it is ready. Doing it during breakfast or lunch is ideal so that you aren't teleported to class in the middle of the game. I personally am not a big fan of study hall, but to make it easier to remember the cards, say the colors out loud a couple of times and then guess. That way it makes it easier to remember the order. For the swimwear fashion show, make sure to vote for others because even if you don't get any votes, you get EXP for voting for others. Me and the swim spinner are enemies, because tell me why even if it doesn't touch me, I get flung into tomorrow. I like the baton swim, but the only way to really win is if those things that throw you away work in your favor by pushing you forwards and not backwards. For some reason, the shower mini quest didn't want to work, so I tried the others like using the toilet, washing your hands, using the hairdryer, and being cuddled in fluffy warm towels, and they seemed to work. When I do homework, try and sit on the seats that are used for mini quests. That way I can do the work while also doing quests for that extra EXP. During the day, I try and collect as many books as I can so that when the school day finishes, I can return them to the library cafe and stamp them for EXP. After that, I go around for a little bit and complete quests both in my diary and mini ones. So after an hour of farming, I only managed to get 3,256 diamonds. That is not a lot for the amount of effort put in, but that farming routine is without multipliers or any game passes. In my next video, I will be starting the trading journey with the diamonds I earned today. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay updated and hopefully learn some trading and farming tricks. This will obviously be a video with the new economy in Royale High, especially because seasonal items have been removed and are now all year round. Have a great day, everyone, and see you next time!